Well, good evening and welcome back to East Midlands Airport. We're live flight action down here again at the airport this evening. 09 ops for a change on the streams. You got the Jet 2 straight in front of us. Those guys just arrived a few minutes ago. Still in the process of setting a few bits up, so apologies if we've started a little bit early on the stream. I just wanted to catch the Jet 2 in front of us. So for the next couple of minutes you might hear a few noises from me. Just running around trying to get the stream set up. Hopefully you'll be able to catch everything in front of us. There's the windscreen on the microphone. Let's get the box shut up. Okay, just going to put the microphone down for a couple of seconds. Just going to fetch something. Okay, we should be back on. Oh. Making sure we wrap up warm this evening. It's going to be another relatively cold one. Which was thanks to the volunteers down here at the airport. We're able to bring you the stream from inside the airport ground this evening. So again, thank you very much to those guys. We'll catch up on the chat in a few minutes' time once we just finish setting up. Get everything ready. Okay, just about there. Stick the drink under there to keep warm. Cable in there. Oh, locked off. Apologies for any movement. We'll just make some final adjustments. Let's grab one more battery. There's the Mars bar. There we go. Right, let's just get that one plugged in. just about ready to get started. Last couple of bits. So it looks like the A321neo in front of us has been down to Nottingham a few times today, between here and Newcastle, and then Newcastle and Prestwick. So that one is waiting to depart out again. That particular airframe, almost a year of age now. Registration ending November Golf. Delivered to Jet2 in March 2024. So put up to a year in service with them. So it's another relatively clear night down here at East Midlands. I think it's going to be another cold night. But if we just take the focus off that Jet2 for a couple of seconds and spin you around, you can see the clear skies. Almost clear skies just above us here in East Midlands. The sun setting just in the distance. The cloud looks a lot more dense on the stream than it does in person. And the church in the background there as well. And that's Breeden on the hill in the background there. Some minor adjustments on the camera there. So good evening to everybody joining us again from down here at East Midlands. Starting a little earlier this evening. We're scheduled to start about 5:30, just starting a bit early to catch the A321neo in front of us. As I said, just a bit of a different perspective this evening. 09 ops down here at East Midlands, so we can catch all those arriving and departing aircraft a lot closer this evening. We've already seen a few departing in front of us. Whilst we were setting up. So hopefully there's a lot of movement this evening. The radar definitely looks populated. Just a few delays though on this evening's stream. Just before we started, the Jet2 service in from Gran Canaria landing around 15 minutes early. And now we have the charter jets, which was scheduled about 20 past 6, sorry. The DHL service in from JFK this evening. That's delayed around until 10 to 7. By the next half an hour, so we should see that DHL 777 in from Bengaluru this evening. That one's scheduled just after 6 PM. Currently over the North Sea, just north of Dunkirk and Calais, and then routing down to the south up towards East Midlands this evening. So not too long before we see that one arrive on this evening's stream, probably 25 or 30 minutes till we see that one on final. But although it's a clear evening, it's a lot warmer than it's been on these evening streams, for the time being anyway. The temperature does rapidly drop though out here in the open. And if you're new to the channel, thank you very much for joining us this evening down here at the airpark. We're doing regular streams from within the airpark, or have been over the past couple of weeks. It's rapidly becoming a new base for us down here at East Midlands. The volunteers have been very accommodating to let us inside and film from within the grounds. So it's something we're hoping to continue and continue working with the aeropark as well. If you've not been out to the aeropark, it's definitely worth a visit. There were a lot of people here last weekend to catch that 787. If you missed that one, do go back and look at Sunday's stream. That one was departing out to Bridgetown in Barbados, ferrying a lot of the passengers over to catch up with their cruise ships. A very busy day and a very eventful day down here at the aeropark on Sunday. So if you've not been down, definitely check out the aeropark website. There's a link in our bio just below the stream. All the details on how to get here, car parking, accessibility, and the pricing. And there are a lot of facilities here as well. A lot of static aircraft to look around and get on board as well, so you can fully immerse yourself in the experience down here at the aeropark. And also cafe, toilet facilities, everything you could possibly need to have a fun day or afternoon out down here. So if you do want to check it out, have a look in the description below. And hello to everybody in the chat joining us so far. Hello to you, Polly. And first comment in the chat this evening, 3 Red Coconuts. Thank you very much for joining us. Good to have you good to have you with us on our streams, should I say. Also Richard, Stuart, Alan and Polly as well. Good evening to you, Polly. Thanks for joining us again down here at East Midlands. Now, well, we've got that 321 Neo in front of us. I want to say a big thank you to everybody who's supported us so far. It's been a bit of a venture for us since the start of the year to get this channel up and running. And we've had a lot of support so far, so thank you very much to everybody who's watched our videos, subscribed and joined in the chat as well. Your support is very much appreciated. We've just passed 150,000 views on the channel now as well, and we're fast approaching our first 1,000 subscribers. So it's with the help and assistance of everybody watching these streams that we've been able to do that. So thank you very much for giving us your support, especially on these cold evenings from down here at East Midlands. But hopefully the weather will improve over the next few months, giving us a bit more daylight and catching all this nighttime action in well, a bit more light. But it's not all doom and gloom. We're well protected from the elements. We're wrapped up warm, all the equipment is wrapped up warm, and we're ready to bring you the next few hours of action down here at East Midlands. So it looks like that A321 is just about to taxi onto 09, sorry, not 27, in front of us. Not sure on the movements of this one today. Maybe just training flights up and down the country. If anybody's got any detail on it, do let us know in the chat. I'll just back off so we can get that one in full view. There we go, that one is up just behind the trees here at the airport. Way into that very sun-blush sky this evening. So it looks like that one is departing out back up to Newcastle this evening. And then that one is possibly, looks like it's routing back over to Praswick once it departs Newcastle. So about 20 minutes or so before we see that inbound DHL from Bengaluru this evening, sorry. 777 just pushing in front of us there. We've got a couple of 767s out this evening, DHL 767s. No 777s showing up currently. So we'll see where this one is off to. So even though it's dry out this evening, it's a relatively damp evening, a lot of moisture in the air. I definitely feel it on my jacket this evening. Just spin around and catch this DHL 777. Looks like this one may be just pushing back onto another stand. Can't see anything on my radar yet. There's nothing showing up. That picture is just a bit jumpy as well. The frame rate keeps jittering around on the camera, so I'll have a look and see if you can fix that in a couple of minutes. Second being pushed back the full length of the apron there. There's a clear just passing underneath. Just a few delays to the inbound this evening here at East Midlands. The inbound's more heavily or more densely populated than the outbound this evening. Well, this tends to be the case more often than not. So lots of ground operations in action this evening. So thanks to everybody who's joined us so far on this evening's stream. If you're just joining us, just watch the Jetsu A321 Neo depart out to Newcastle this evening. So that one's been in and out of East Midlands for most of today, between here and Newcastle anyway. And that one's heading back up to Prestwick later on this evening. If anybody's got any questions, just drop a comment into the chat. So I'll be here for the next couple of hours at least. So definitely make use of that chat if you want to join in. The 777 just being guided back into its position, probably for the evening. To show on the registration of that one, to look on the radar. And I think it's only 7.6 as we have out this evening from East Midlands. And up the 777 to Leipzig about 20 past 8. Probably not this one, probably one of the other 777s on stand this evening. So it doesn't look like any cargo jet services in this evening. I'm not sure if those aircraft have been rescheduled on other routes, and I've seen a couple of different variants of 767 into East Midlands over the past couple of weeks. So maybe switching around aircraft on different services or routes. But 777 in from Bangalore this evening, just around 10 minutes out now, south of Leicester. So hopefully we'll catch that one on 09 as well. In the meantime, I'll just have a quick pan across the rest of that DHL apron this evening. Pretty full, just a couple of stands further up that are vacant. Magic 777 there. The 777 on the end is probably the one likely to be departing out to Leipzig this evening. So, we've got a few minutes. Let's see if we can try and fix that shutter. A bit of a more stable image. Apologies for any image loss for the time being. Okay, that should hopefully resolve itself. As you get a tiny bit darker, just have a quick pan around and look at the rest of the airfield this evening. Passenger terminal, not too busy. A couple of arrivals just before we started the stream. Just above the airport, if we can pick it up. Zoom out and in the distance there. You may just be able to see a flash in the distance there. It's should be the inbound 777. Just south of, or just approaching Aspie de la Zouche. So just about 5 minutes or so before that one arrives with us this evening. So whilst we're waiting for that, I'll just get a quick drink to warm up. also improve the image. Shutter speed down. Lucy, not too sure about this weekend. Just depends on movements in around the airport. If there's anything this weekend, though, we'll drop a stream on and have a chat with the airport, see if what kind of METARS in this weekend. If not, you're more than welcome to come down and have a look in person. Oh, sorry, microphone just off there. Sorry, yeah, I was just saying, not too sure if we're around the airport this weekend, Lucy. It just depends on the movements. If we are going to be around, we'll drop a stream on and have a word with the volunteers at the airport just to make sure we're okay to be in at the weekend. But we'll drop a stream on if there's any movements. So just dropping that frame rate slightly there, hopefully that's made a bit of a difference to the image. That 777 looks like it's just about to turn on to final now for runway 09. So once that comes into a bit of a better view, we'll pan across on that one and watch it down in front of us. See if we can catch that one in the distance. There we go, just making its way down now. Makes a lot of difference when runway 09 is in use here at East Midlands, especially from the aeropark. You get a full view of the aircraft on approach, landing straight in front of you more often than not. And also the departing aircraft, as we saw with that A321 at the start of the stream. That sun just sets in the distance there, perfect backdrop for this evening stream. That cold is just setting in. That 777 makes its way down to wrap up a bit. So flight time on the inbound aircraft in front of us is around 10.5 hours by the time of touching down this evening. This aircraft making its journey over to East Midlands, routing from Singapore over to Bangkok, Bangkok to Bengaluru, and then Bengaluru over to East Midlands. So right, long day for this aircraft. Airframe just 5 years of age. Delivered in 2019. looks like that next inbound is just turning on to final now. Catch up with the details on that one in a minute. Just watching this 777. There you go, that 777 in from Bangalore this evening. The earlier inbound aircraft to East Midlands were backtracking up runway 27. Air traffic allowing the aircraft to use the runway opposed to the taxiway. We're just a bit busy now, so that 777 will vacate further down and then taxi back up onto stand. Next inbound aircraft looks like the Beach King. That one is just passing through 1,100 feet, so just a couple of minutes or so before that one lands onto runway 09. So I'm just going to quickly put my gloves on, hopefully before this one passes out of my eyesight on the camera. Relatively small aircraft in comparison to that 777. It's gradually making its way down to runway 09. Triple 7 now making its way up towards the DHL apron. Let's catch this Beach King as it arrives into East Midlands this evening. Switching down just in front of us, that Beach King, Beach King 250, I think that was. though. Yeah, for some reason this one doesn't show up on the radars. I've seen this one a few times on the stream, but looks like that one has departed Barrow and Furness this evening, making its way down towards East Midlands. Usually a regular visitor on our streams. 777 there, the one which just landed a few moments ago, making its way towards the DHL airport now. Just had that is on the airport as well. I'm just adjusting the camera slightly to improve on the shutter speed. The camera's still able to pick up a lot more detail in terms of light than the eyes are. I'm not seeing anything in front of in pitch darkness. So a close-up view of this one once it taxis and parks on standard signal. And apologies if anybody's having any difficulty with the stream this evening. And, in terms of dropping out, let me know if anybody's having any issues. Everything looks fine at our side. But if there is any dropouts, let me know in the chat and I'll see if I can improve slightly. So 777 just pulling on to standard. Okay, and we'll get a closer look at that one now. So while that aircraft is just being prepared to unload this evening, just check the radar to check on those next arrivals. There are a couple of Aegean aircraft in this evening. I should say, one in and I think one out. One is departing from the paint shop, and I believe there is an A321 inbound during the next hour or so. That one just in the east of France at the minute, the Aegean A321, scheduled to arrive with us in around an hour and 10 minutes time. But it looks like we have the Hawker 800 on final now into East Midlands. That one making its way over from Larnaca this evening. Charter jets operating this one. So I shall adorn my gloves. Get ready to watch this one in onto 09. And hello to everybody just joining us on the chat this evening. It's good to have you with us. Elise, Andy and Kevin. Kevin from you and Sam, thank you very much for both joining us this evening. Right, let's quickly get this glove on. Let's have a quick pan around on that Hawker. It approaches 09. Thanks, Stuart. Thank you for letting me know on that one. Yeah, we're not having any issues up here on the mound either, so hopefully that continues through the stream. It's one of the only downsides of streaming outdoors. The technology's come on so far now, but there are still dropouts every now and again using data in the way in which we do. But no interference it looks like tonight. Relatively clear skies, so hopefully that continues and we continue to have a good stream. If you do have any issues, just drop me a message in the chat and I can adjust accordingly. So I'm just going to back off ever so slightly from this Beechcraft so we can catch this one on 209. Flight time on that one this evening, just under 5 hours and 20 minutes. Now the points are touching down at East Midlands. There we go, safely down on 209 this evening. What a screeching coming from that one. Now let's have a bit of a closer look at that 777 here from Bangalore this evening. The ground ops team's busy unloading that one now. Hi Ryan, thank you for joining the chat. It was good to see you as well. Thanks for joining me and helping me out on Sunday. Hope you enjoyed yourself anyway and got some good pictures of that 787. Okay, Ryan just saying now that's Aerologic that we caught. I think we caught that at the start of the stream. Just saying that had some smoke detection in one of the lavatories when it landed here from Delhi, so that's why it was that down that end of the airfield. The fire crew was just inspecting that before making its way up to the DHL apron there. Thanks for sharing that, Ryan. So another busy night here at East Midlands. Yeah, ground crews just busy unloading that 777 now. Hopefully we should see some further action anytime soon. Just a few more delays this evening. Around 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes before we see that inbound service from New York. So look at where that one is this evening. Another regular visitor on the streams here at East Midlands. That one just passing off the coast of Ireland now, heading towards Anglesey, routing overhead Chester, Stoke-on-Trent, and then into East Midlands. Yeah, just in the darkness of the sky, the Emirates A380 inbound to Manchester this evening. Just a bit too dark to pick that one up on the stream, but if you do make your way down here during the day to the aeropark, on a very clear day like it is this evening, there's a lot of variety in traffic, especially on that corridor up to Manchester. A380 making a couple of service flights per day. It's definitely a good spotting location. If not for traffic at East Midlands, definitely all of the traffic passing overhead. So it looks like the National Police Vulcaner is making its way in towards East Midlands now. Again, another aircraft based here at East Midlands. That one has been out on an operational procedure. Looks like it's been up towards the Sheffield area. Make its way down to South Normanton. Looks like it's been zigzagging its way down the M1 and now routing back onto 09. So that one should make a relatively sharp turn onto final. say these guys do regularly make some quite steep turns out of East Midlands. Just departing that runway heading ever so slightly early. You can definitely hear the aircraft when it is on an operational procedure. If you're in the live in the area around the airport, you've probably heard that quite a few times. That one usually operates between 1,000 and 2,000 feet. On a clear night like tonight, you can hear this one coming from quite a distance away. So we'll just pan out of that 777. Just bring you that Vulcan as it approaches 09 this evening. Somewhere in the distance. There it is. So not a scheduled service as such. This aircraft makes its way in and out of the East Midlands as required for various different operational reasons. But a regular sight on the streams. This one usually vacates quite early, taxiing back down towards the maintenance hangars here at East Midlands. Probably a normal endurance this evening for that aircraft, around an hour and a half. Light endurance. I think the purpose of that aircraft being based around the area is to provide national support to a multitude of different police organisations. And in the north of here, the Derbyshire area, we had the police helicopter. That was not necessarily scrapped, but that aircraft stopped flying a number of years ago, and I think the police force were relying on different aerial support units to assist them, but that aircraft in particular makes regular trips up and down the country supporting various different police operations. It's usually out for a good 1 to 3 hours, providing air support to those ground operations. It's a relatively useful aircraft to have out and about, a versatile one as well. So you do ever see that on operation overhead, you can usually, when you've got a good enough lens, you can usually see the flight crew in the windows of that one. Yeah, just taking a quick drink now. Let's have a look back on the radar of what is pinging up next. I can hear something in front of me. Looks like that 767 off to Brussels this evening. Registration ending Lima Kilo. Aircraft is 12 years of age. Delivered in November 2012. So let's pan across the anti-collision lights, just pinging up on that one. And there we go. You can see just how cold it is, so hopefully you can see anyway all those stringers inside of the aircraft there, just the other side of the panels, ever so slightly showing through. It's moisture in the air just being attracted to the skin of the aircraft. Looks a very good shine on the aircraft though, so hopefully that's coming through good enough on the stream. So my eyes can't pick it up from this distance, but it definitely looks good from this end of the camera. Catching up on the chat there. Tifu, good evening, welcome to you. We're live flight action down here at East Midlands, an East Midlands based stream. Thanks to everybody else joining in on the chat as well. Good evening to you, Tracy. And Ryan, yeah, we did catch that A321. If you, that DHL is just waiting to push our stand. So if you do want to go back and have a look, we caught that one going out at the start of the stream. I just got a slight, some B-roll footage of that one landing in as well, so I'll try and get that one up later. But if you want to catch up with that afterwards as well, it's probably about 10 minutes or so into the stream. We'll put a timestamp on for you if you don't manage to catch it. So for any interesting movements on the streams as well, we'll start putting timestamps in the descriptions. I know a few people have asked for certain different times on aircraft, so just to make it easier for everybody who watches, we'll drop any interesting movements into the description of the stream as well. Just gives everybody a chance to catch up at their own speed. Give everybody that information that they want as well, without having to wait for an answer from me. So it's a bit difficult to catch up sometimes on the comments with all the background work to get the stream set up. So apologies if anybody does go a little while without being answered, but we'll definitely get back round to answering any questions or comments that you have on any of our videos. also with 09 in use as well. Just a relatively short hop down to the runway this evening for this 767. Should get quite a good sound of those engines spooling up just a few hundred feet from us this evening. And then Beach King, early inbound Beach King now making its way out again. Hopefully turning towards 09. So that one is just pan around quickly and catch that one. Intercepting the runway a little further down this evening. Not much need for that one to use the full runway length. Just touching straight out, and should be a relatively quick takeoff for that one. Up very quickly this evening, just disappearing behind the trees there. So a quick pan across to the 767 now. There we go. So even though there's not a cloud in the sky that I can see, there are a lot of stars above us. A very clear night indeed. Not as cold as it has been just yet. I think that temperature is going to drop a little later on. We've got a lot of warm layers on tonight to keep streaming for the next couple of hours or so. So thank you to everybody joining me this evening down at East Midlands. If you're new to joining the channel, please do consider subscribing. We're fast approaching our first 1,000 subscribers now. I really want to spread the word of the channel down here at East Midlands. So if you can and you would like to, please do subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications to get notified about all of our live streams down here at East Midlands. We've got a lot more planned. And hopefully a lot more streams to bring you from the air park as well. If anybody is down at the air park, volunteers have kindly allowed us to put up a poster as well. They're going to choose a location for that to go. So if you do make your way down here, have a look out for that poster. To give you a little bit more detail about our channel. There's a QR code on there as well to scan, and I'll take you to all of our latest videos, live streams and information about that air park too in the descriptions of our videos and live streams. So just put that drink down. Let's get on this 767. fantastic view of that aircraft entering runway 09 this evening. Just zoom in ever so slightly. So just away off entering 09. It's still on the taxiway. Almost there. Bit preemptive there. Yeah, the slight kink in the taxiway there from the DHL open. And now 09. There's that 767 outbound to Brussels this evening. Off into the night sky. Not too sure if you can pick up those other lights in the sky there. It's all the stars above us here at East Midlands this evening. Not a cloud in the sky. So there you go. Bit of aircraft spotting and stargazing as well. Bring you a bit of everything on this channel. There we go, that one passing through 4,000 feet now, keeping runway heading as it departs out of East Midlands. And just turning down towards the south now. Safely on its way for the evening. DHL 767 outbound to Brussels this evening. So look back on the DHL stand. Other ground ops this evening. It's like another 777. To say the volunteers do work most of the week down here at East Midlands as well, just a couple of open days for the public out weekends during the winter months. But they're actually out here at the minute keeping all the grounds nice and clear. So if you do make your way down there, please do go and see them. They're very knowledgeable people, especially all the guys that maintain the aircraft here. If you can go and have a look in the hangar where the cafe is located, look at the work that they're doing in there, the restoration that they're doing in there. We've just got one aircraft in a minute, but plans to get more of those inside and bring them back up to a good show condition. Not that they aren't already, but everything needs maintenance, and it's a constant job to keep aircraft like this worthy enough to be on static display. So they do a great job down here at keeping all the aircraft and grounds in top order. Cheers, thank you very much. And Stuart from the airport just joining us on the stream now. It's with thanks to Stuart as well that he's made this possible for us. So it's great to have him. Great to have him with us up here tonight. It's forgotten his. So how long have you been? How long have you been with the airport, Stuart? If you don't mind.
It's about 3 years now.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Start off as a volunteer, just helping out the gatehouse, letting people in. For my sins, I'm now the PR officer and retail manager, so I actually run into all that side of it now. So I like taking cash off people. It's good for the airport.
Yeah, it's good for the airport. He's a very busy man, Stuart, keeping tabs on all of the PR down here at the airport. A very important job for him to be doing. So what are you on with this evening then? Anything good?
Yeah, I'm preparing some signs to put on some display cases, CCTV warning signs, tidying up a few cases being put away out of the way, just general admin basically. Can do these things when we're open, so great time of the day to do it when no one's around.
Yeah, it's a bit cold to be doing it out here though, isn't it?
It is.
It's not brought his gloves with him up here on the mound this evening, so he's probably going to disappear in the next couple of minutes to go and get back in the warm. Very kindly just brought me a drink up to keep me warm this evening, so thank you very much for that.
I have some news on the 23 lines.
Okay. Fair enough. Bit of a catch up with Stuart then on those Dreamliners after the stream ends, so we'll hopefully bring you some more details on that as well. Fountain of knowledge is Stuart. If you got any questions for him when you're down here at the airport and you see him around, I'm sure he'll be very happy to answer any of those questions that you've got. Definitely have a smile on his face anyway for you. Yeah, any of the team are approachable here. They're all really knowledgeable people. If you want to go inside a couple of aircraft that are on display, I think you've got the VC-10 in the back, haven't you? That they can go in.
The Nimrod VC-10. We'll have the Sea King helicopter open again soon. We've just got some issues with the ground and the steps being a bit unstable and muddy at the moment. And hopefully for the summer, I can't promise this right now, but we're hoping to have the Argosy cargo plane open.
Okay.
That's coming along really nicely. So watch this space. Yeah, something new to add very soon, hopefully.
Right, so a lot happening down here at the airport. As I say, it is really busy. Doesn't look like it from the outside some days, but the amount of work that goes on the inside to keep it maintained and up to standard for everybody to visit is really remarkable. There are a lot of people down here involved with it. If you want to get involved as well, there are volunteering opportunities, I believe, for people to get involved with.
From the age of 18 years and above, but we're always looking for volunteers. If you're interested in aviation and aircraft or maintenance, or if you want to help cut the grass, come and stand behind the counter in the shop with me or in the gatehouse. People to stand on the planes and actually tell a bit of history. We're always looking for guides, but yeah, so lots of things for lots of people to do. There's numerous jobs you would never believe of for a little place like this, for a museum. It takes all sorts to run these places, so always looking for volunteers.
It definitely does. There's opportunities for pretty much everything around here to get involved with. So if you have got any spare time and aviation is your passion, or indeed any other aspects of, I guess, customer service, helping in the shop or assisting with guides around the aircraft, do definitely drop the Aeropark a message or come down and ask in person. They're very approachable people, so come down and have a chat with them. Opportunities for a lot of people down here. But thank you very much. He's back off on his gator again into the warm. So thank you very much, Stuart, for that. Stuart just disappearing down the stairs there. It's, with thanks to him, he's made this possible to stream from within the Aeropark. It's a great environment to stream from within, especially when we've got opportunities like this to catch all of the ops on 09, all those close-up action moments. But as I say, if you want to volunteer any of your time, if you're fortunate to have enough spare time to volunteer in aviation as your passion, or any aspect of customer service, there are opportunities for a lot of different areas down here at the Aeropark to be involved with, from helping on the admissions, to helping in the cafe, helping on the aircraft, or if you just got an interest in anything aviation related, there's something for pretty much everybody down here. So definitely have a look and check it out. I think a lot of people are quite surprised how much they enjoy themselves down here at the Aeropark. And on Sunday, with Ryan just saying there in the chat as well, there's a lot of opportunities for people of all ages. I know on Sunday there are a lot of small kids around enjoying themselves rolling around here on the mound, so it's a nice, safe area as well for families to come and visit. But next in on arrivals, Stuart just drives off there very slowly past that Nimrod. Is that 767 in from JFK this evening. There we go. So Stuart making his way back into the warmth there. Very kind of him to bring me another warm drink up. Definitely needed in this cold weather. So around 6 hours and 25 minutes on this evening's flight in from JFK. That one pretty much routing straight into East Midlands. Quite fortunate on the routing this evening. Relatively straight flight path, should I say. 12 years of age on this airframe. Registration ending Lima Romeo. Slightly delayed by an hour this evening, but still a regular service to see here on the stream. So we've hopefully got a lot more work to come with the Aeropark, as I say. Stuart's been kind enough to let us put up some posters advertising the streams as well. It's going to get those put up in the next few days, picking a good location so that everybody can see it. But it's great for us to be able to support the Aeropark as well and give them a bit of visibility. So just a minute or so for this 767 to touch down here onto runway 09. So let's just focus on that one. Wow, and the reverse thrusters on that definitely making a sound. You can feel that, definitely can feel that through my chest standing here. That inbound 767 from JFK this evening, landing in at East Midlands. Flight time of around 6.5 hours at the point of touching down. Looks like the aerologic is all sealed up now. That one has completed its operations for the evening. Not too sure if that one is outbound this evening. It's inbound from Delhi earlier, as Ryan said earlier on the stream. But it looks like that one might be a night stopover. Can't see anything unless my eyes are deceiving me. Just keep an eye on those times. So it looks like in the next 20 minutes or so there's quite a flurry of activity on the arrivals. We've got that Aegean A321 inbound just before 7:25. The Jet 2 service in from Tenerife delayed until about 10 to 9 this evening. So depending on how cold we get and the density of traffic, we may catch that one, we may not. We'll have a look as the stream goes on. We're still early in yet. The usual RVL service in from the Isle of Man, scheduled around the same time as that Aegean, just before 7:25. The Chewy service in from Gran Canaria at 7:20. Ever so slightly delayed on that one by about 6 minutes or so. Nothing too drastic. The Jet 2 service in from Future Ventura just after 7:15. Doesn't look like we'll be seeing the Maersk service in from Cologne. Looks like that might just be a blip on the radar. The Chewy service in from Lanzarote just before 5 to 8, sorry, just after 5 to 8. Jet 2 service also in from Lanzarote. Both aircraft usually arrive around the same time. That one is scheduled around 8 PM this evening. And then the Ryanair in from Tenerife, that one is in at 8:05. We should also hopefully see the UPS service in from Philadelphia. The DHL service in from Reykjavik operated by that 757 and the West Atlantic service in from Aberdeen operated by that 737-400. So it's likely that will probably end with the Maersk service in from Belfast. That one is due about 20 to 9. And then probably outbound services, the Aegean A320 should be in its fresh coat of paint, fingers crossed. We should see that one out, so that'll be a first on our stream to catch a freshly painted aircraft straight out. and then we've got the DHL 777 to Cincinnati. That's around 10 to 9. So we'll probably end with the Aegean A320 and that DHL service to Cincinnati this evening. So that trip will, no, 767, sorry. Not a DHL aircraft around this evening. 767 there, the inbound from JFK, making its way towards the DHL apron now. Cool. So, taking my arm out. There we go. Back in view now, 767. To be on top of multitasking. Live stream. One hand on the chat, one hand on the camera. Eyes on the camera as well. Take it off one thing for a minute. And it's gone. We'll get there though, I'm sure. Hopefully everybody's enjoying this evening's stream. Thank you very much to everybody who's joining us from East Midlands this evening. This is probably our 4th or 5th week of streaming now. It's been quite a regular stream from East Midlands. This is theoretically our home base now down here at East Midlands, so we're aiming to bring at least 2 streams per week. Just depends on the weather, of course. It's bitterly cold of an evening. And so far we've been fortunate enough to escape any rain. It did look like on the forecast I saw earlier there may be some snow on its way for the East Midlands at least. Whether that materialises or not, I'm not too sure. We'll keep an eye on the weather next week. I think it looks pretty much dry and clear throughout next week. But if there is any indication of rain or anything that will stop us from streaming, we'll let you know. We'll try and get something put in place. We've got things here in case it rains. So always a challenge to keep everything balanced and secure, and we'll do our best. We can't make any promises. We'll be out here as much as we can be to bring you all the live action from East Midlands Airport. So let's have a closer look on that 767 now. A bit of noise in the distance there, not too sure what it is. Can't see anything as of yet. May just be one of the tugs. Doesn't sound like an aircraft engine. But anyway, that 767 in front of us, very shiny this evening. Hopefully that's coming across the same on the stream. Get my drink before it goes cold. There you go, still warm. So not too long before we see those next inbounds, probably about 15 to 20 minutes before we see them coming into view on the approach. From the viewpoint we've got, we can see right down towards just north of Rugby, so quite a distance. Visibility is quite something this evening, but on the inbound into East Midlands now, it's that Jet 2 service from Future Ventura. Followed by the Chewy service in from Gran Canaria. Jet 2 operated by an 8-year-old 737. Registration ending Hotel Juliet. And the Chewy service inbound from Gran Canaria. A 6-year-old 737 MAX 8. Registration ending Mike Tango. Flight time on that Jet 2 service inbound from Future Ventura. Around 4 hours by the point of touching down at East Midlands this evening. And roughly the same flight time for that inbound Chewy service from Gran Canaria. So around about 5 minutes or so before that inbound Jet 2 service touches down here. And the ground crew there for that 767 rapidly getting into action. So it doesn't take them very long at all to get all that cargo off and into the sorting facilities behind them. Just a small aircraft passing in front of us now. Looks like it may be one of the RVL aircraft, one of the Cessnas. So just can't quite pick up that livery on it. It's not on the radar either that I can see of. There we go, and that one off into the evening sky. It looks like that was the RVL Cessna. Not sure where that one is departing to. Just has East Midlands as the airport on there. We'll see if that one pops up. Should be an inbound RVL aircraft making its way over from the Isle of Man, though. That one due to arrive with us in around 20 minutes. And it looks like that Jet 2 aircraft is just turning onto its final approach now, onto runway 09. Followed by that Chewy service in from Gran Canaria. So we'll just get our gloves back on. That's no problem, Polly. It's good to be out here. It's something that I enjoy doing anyway. See if I can make more people aware of it, what's down here. Make people visit down here as well, especially to the aeropark. It's a great opportunity to support all our work down here as well. I don't mind the cold. So wrap up warm and get some good nighttime shots of all these movements. So just a couple of minutes now before that Jet 2 service inbound from Futurventura lands here at East Midlands Airport. You'll pan across and just watch that one down on the approach. If we can find it. There's the Chewy. So use the right sort of focus points. There we go. It's hard to pinpoint them in the light. It's literally pitch black in front of us. I can just see the tiniest speck of light, so if you find a good point there to focus on with the street lights, gives you a bit of perspective of where to point the camera at. But that Chewy aircraft there just turned it onto final now, and that Jet 2 737 with its landing lights on now. So both aircraft now on approach into East Midlands this evening. So it's a fantastic spot to watch those inbounds when 09 is in operation, especially when the weather is like it is tonight. So a really good opportunity for us to be out here to bring you all of this late night cargo action. Back off those, so we can get a good shot of them arriving onto 09 this evening. jet to safely down there. Hopefully we can pan around and catch that Chewy that's inbound. Just a cloud in the sky though, so just poking through now. Thought it vanished for a minute there, but just disappeared by the bit of cloud that's just passing over the airport now. And the next inbound aircraft behind that's the DHL 777 in from Cincinnati this evening. That aircraft 14 years of age. Registration ending Lima Whiskey. So the Chewy service in from Gran Canaria to touchdown next, followed by that service in from Cincinnati, operated by the DHL 777. So it looks like it's been quite favourable for this evening in terms of 09 ops and the frequency of traffic as well. Normally we've got a bit of a wait between arriving and departing aircraft, but it's like we've been quite lucky this evening. Chewy service inbound from Gran Canaria, touching down on 09 there. You can just see that 777 making its way down through the cloud now. So that cloud is just starting to pass over us. Not quite clear up until now. It doesn't get any colder. It should be. The traps on the way there between the ground and itself. And there's lights you may just be able to pick out behind the 777, the RVL service in from the Isle of Man this evening. Another regular visitor on our streams here at East Midlands. And just passing overhead the airport, routing towards Derby, that Aegean A321. And they're just making a bit of an extended approach into East Midlands, giving way to the RVL Cessna, which is our final approach now. But next in, it is that DHL 777 in from Cincinnati, flight time of around 6 hours and 50 minutes. by the time of touching down this evening at East Midlands. In from Cincinnati there. Not quite than a 767. Expecting a bit of a rumble from that one, but not quite in a 767. The little lights of that Cessna in front of us there. Just a few minutes longer to wait for this one, as it gradually makes its way down to 09 this evening. Just a slightly extended approach to allow for that wake turbulence on the 777. Can only assume it's a bit bouncy up there in the path of that one. So just a bit of an extended approach to allow a few minutes as your standard procedure for that wake turbulence to settle down. But shouldn't be too long before we see that Aegean A321 on final approach. That one should be turning on to final anytime soon. Just east of Utah at the minute. Catch that one as soon as it makes its way, through that cloud. It's like it's dissipating a bit though above us. You may just be able to pick out to the right of your screen, just approaching the middle now, the lights on Aegean A321, just turning on to final now. So hopefully the Cessna Caravan in front of it hurries along. Only 30 seconds or so before that one is over the threshold now. That one should vacate quite quickly before the 321 is anywhere near. Hopefully you can just see the cloud that's building up on the lights of that Aegean in the background there. So in the distance it looks crystal clear, but you can just tell how much cloud there is accumulating out there. So the RVL just disappeared off radar there. This is the it should be the service inbound from the Isle of Man. passing in front of the 777 now. The DHL just holding while that passes in front of it. Making a rapid exit from 09 now. 777 should be on its way. The AGN just behind the cloud at the minute. It's only the faintest of the lights. Let's just pan around and catch that one as it breaks through. And that one is just appeared from that cloud. We'll have a look at that 777 as it passes by us in about a minute or two's time. It's just relatively slow further down the taxiway there. And that outbound Aegean A320 showing departing at about 20 to 9. That one's still keeping to its current schedule. So maybe a case of one out and one in this evening. Hopefully we'll see that one out in the next hour or so. If you missed the Aegean taking off in the daytime, that one did take off on Sunday's stream. That one was operating with the Nottingham Forest team on board as they headed out to Dubai for some, I believe, warm weather training. So if you want to see one of those A320s operating in daylight hours, do go back and have a look at the stream from Sunday. That was the 2nd of February. That DHL just passing to the left of us, but we'll stick with the Aegean. Relatively rare visitor into East Midlands. So stick on this one as not to miss the opportunity. We'll get back straight to that 777 as this one disappears a bit further down the runway. Very smooth touchdown from that Aegean now. We'll catch up with that one once it makes its way back towards us. It should be vacating a bit further down off from 09, making its way back up to the maintenance area, probably the airborne colour shed. So look at this 777 inbound now from Cincinnati this evening. In the Asman against Cancer livery. It's good to see everybody in the chat this evening. Thank you all for joining us down here at East Midlands. And as Stuart was just saying now, the airport couldn't make everything possible without all those volunteers and all the visitors down here as well. So thank you to everybody who makes the effort to come down and support the airpark. They very much appreciate your support, just as we do on the channel here. So those ground crews getting into operation to load that 777 this evening. And a total of 6 aircraft on the apron this evening. So a lot of action over there on the DHL ramp. But just before they get started on that, I think that Aegean is just going to pass by. So let's have a quick pan around. Apologies for the blurriness. There we go, that Aegean A321 there. That one making its way over from Athens this evening. Flight time of around 3 hours and 42 minutes by the time it touched down here at East Midlands. The aircraft is 19 years of age. First entering into service in 2005. Registration on this one, Sierra X-ray Delta November Golf. So in around an hour's time, hopefully we should see its counterpart taxi out from the same area. Should be the Aegean A320. That one's scheduled to depart this evening at around 22:09. May just be the vertical stabilizer there, near just behind the sheds. As soon as we hear any noise on that one, though, so can't speak. As soon as we hear any noise on that one, though, we'll have a look straight across. And across and catch that arriving service in from Cincinnati this evening. Look at all the cargo action taking place. That one still waiting to be opened up. You see the ground ops team there just giving a knock on the door to indicate their presence. Forward door opening up there. sure they're all very pleased to be opening that warm aircraft into the cold of East Midlands this evening. One should start unloading any time soon. We'll see that rear cargo door open up and the ground teams move it into action. It's a relatively swift process, as I say, getting all that cargo off. You'd think it takes a lot longer than it does, but the operations of it are down to a T. Everything is moved off in quite an orderly fashion in those containers, so it's a relatively swift process. Same as the loading as well. It's not a lot of time for these aircraft to be sitting around on the ground, not earning their keep. So the faster they can get unloaded and reloaded and be on their way, the more cargo they can be transporting across the globe. And DHL have really got a global presence down here at East Midlands, flying east and west of the UK. A lot of services to the Far East and into the Americas as well. It's a great opportunity to see a lot of variety in DHL aircraft. A full range of, almost a full range of Boeing aircraft, the 767, 777 and the 757, as well as the occasional 737 making its way up from Spain in that DHL livery. But even though the operations can be quite varied here at East Midlands, the amount of aircraft of an evening and the amount of type of aircraft on an evening is quite something to see. So hopefully we can bring you a lot of variety on these streams, and hopefully everybody's still enjoying watching all of the action down here. Thank you very much for joining us. Temperature is it's quite stable, so gloves on and off. Wrapped up relatively warm. So we're all good for the next probably hour and a half or so. So we'll get straight across to that Aegean once it taxis out. Should hopefully be within the next 50 minutes or so. But we should see the service in from Lanzarote, the Chewy service in from Lanzarote in the next 10 minutes or so. Let's have a look where that one is. That one is just coming up to the south of Leicester now, passing through 10,300 feet. So 9 minutes or so before we see that one landing to East Midlands. The cloud cover just getting a bit thicker above us, so the visibility in the distance isn't as good as it was earlier in the stream. So we'll probably catch those aircraft as they make their final approach this evening. But that Chewy 737 MAX coming up to just 1 year of age now. Delivered in May 2024, so one of the newer aircraft in the Chewy fleet. Yeah, just keeping an eye on that chat as well. Thank you for everybody who's joining in. Just a couple of messages on there this evening to hide, unfortunately, so apologies for if that's interrupted anybody's chat. Hopefully we've got those sorted out now. Thank you for persevering with us and joining in as well. So not too long before that Chewy service lands into East Midlands, so I've been quite fortunate with all that inbound traffic this evening, especially the operations on 09. The wind did look a bit varying this morning. I think 27 was in operation for a little bit, switching over later in the day. So very fortunate indeed to catch all of the arriving traffic this evening straight in front of us. So we're just keeping eyes on that 777 as it begins unloading. That's all the cargo inbound from Cincinnati this evening. Oh. Do apologise. Yeah, lock that one off. It's difficult to see underneath you when you've got bright lights in front of you. It takes a couple of seconds for your eyes to adjust back, so get that tripod locked up. Watch my footing as well. A bit slippy under here. Don't want to end up at the bottom of this hill. Or mound, should I say. So let's have a look on the radar as to the whereabouts of that 737 MAX. Just approaching south of Ashby de la Zouche. That one's around 5 minutes out. So not too far outside of the approach area from East Midlands now. There you go, the cloud just parted in front of us there, so that aircraft is now visible from the airfield. Just a tiny speck in the sky, so the camera would have just a bit of difficulty picking that one up. We can see it on its approach though, as it banks onto its final approach. We'll try and pick that up and watch that one down. So still a few more aircraft for us to watch into East Midlands this evening, and departing traffic as well. So stay with us. We're probably live for the next hour and 20 minutes. And then we'll head off and get in the car to the warmth. Head on home for ready for work tomorrow morning. So have a look at the inbounds and outbounds over the next few days as well. It can be a bit difficult on weekends, just with the volume of traffic. Some peaks and troughs, so you can be waiting around for a little while for any movements. But we'll keep an eye on it over the next few days and into next week as well, and schedule those streams accordingly. But if you want to go back and watch any of our previous streams, you're very welcome to do so. All the details are in our channel. If you click on the live tab on our page, you'll see all of our previous live streams from East Midlands and a couple of other airports as well that we did earlier in the year and last year as well. But we're really focused on the past few weeks of growing the channel here at East Midlands, and really making this a base for our channel, especially all of the opportunities to stream at night that we have. The airport really does come alive in the evening, so thank you for everybody who watches our evening streams, and also those who watched in our Sunday stream as well. It's really good to see that Chewy 787 returning. I think Stuart said he's got some bit of news on that one as well, so we'll have a catch up with him afterwards. Yeah, it's good to see how well the streams are being taken up by people. It's great to see everybody's engagement and interest in all the activity down here at East Midlands. It's a great opportunity for us to showcase it as well. So that Chewy 737 MAX just turning onto its final approach now, just a couple of minutes out. Not evident in the distance as of yet, that cloud just covering the approach path there. But as soon as those lights shine through, we'll pan across and watch that one in. Just keeping focus on the offloading of that 777. The cloud a lot lower than I expected it to be this evening. Have a look at the METARs after and see what that cloud base is. Yeah, I'm not sure how many people will be interested in the weather either, but we'll chuck a few METARs on there as well. Some people may find it interesting just to see what the weather was like on the stream, and it's no problem for us to put it in the description of the videos. We'll just do it in hourly timestamps, probably across 3 or 4 hours. But just gives a bit of perspective of what the weather was like this evening as well. It's a good good thing for us to look back on as well and see what the weather was like and how the equipment was performing in that weather for future reference. So it looks like that Chewy is just about to break through the cloud now, so let's just pan across. Oh, not that one. Oh look. There we go. Gradually making its way down to 09. Oops. Oh, there we go, and then Stuart just saying the outbound 787 return flight is scheduled to leave Bridgetown on Sunday the 16th February, arriving into East Midlands on the Monday 17th at 7:15 AM. So relatively early arrival time for that one. It's not one we'll manage to catch on the stream, unfortunately. Just going to catch this organ tube. There we go, that Chewy 737 MAX inbound from Lanzarote, flight time of around just shy of 3 hours and 50 minutes at the point of landing into East Midlands this evening. Registration ending Mike Zulu on that one. So just focus back on the 777 as that unloading continues. And next inbound aircraft to East Midlands. It looks like it's the Jet 2 service in from Lanzarote. That one again operated by 737. Airframe is 11 years of age. Registration ending Tango Lima. And following the Jet 2, the inbound afterwards is the Ryanair service in from Tenerife, operated by that 737 MAX. Airframe is 2 years of age. Looks like that one is Maltese registered. First entering service in May 2022, so coming up to 3 years of age. That one is about 10 minutes out, so that's the Ryanair service in from Tenerife, 10 minutes out. And the Jet 2 service inbound from Lanzarote, that one is around 5 minutes out now, just south of Ashby-de-la-Zouch. Flight time on that one is around 3 hours and 45 minutes. The point of touching down this evening. And the aircraft behind, the Ryanair service in from Tenerife, that one will have a flight time of just over 4 hours and 10 minutes when it touches down this evening onto 09. So the Jet 2 aircraft just in the distance there, that is about 5 minutes out from making its final approach. and the Ryanair 737 MAX just becoming visible as well behind that. So once those aircraft make their descent onto descent and final approach into East Midlands, we'll pan around and catch that. For the time being, we'll stick on that 777. Just have a quick look down the rest of the DHL apron when we've got the chance. Earlier inbound Aerologic arriving from Delhi this afternoon. Ground ops team there, passing by. The DHL 767, 2 767s on stand. That one with its forward cargo door open. So that one is being loaded up for probably its outbound this evening. And that 777 there being loaded up currently. Looks like that 777 in front of us may be the outbound to Leipzig this evening. That one is due out at... I know it's not wrong registration on that one. It will be the earlier inbound from... Let's have a look. Where did that one... So it's the earlier inbound from Bengaluru that is outbound to Leipzig this evening. So just a bit further up on that DHL apron. So look, see if you can find out where the 777 in front of us is off to. Too sure on that one. May just be being loaded up for tomorrow. I don't know if you can get further in on that registration. There you go. Look like a Y from this angle. Looks like it's a Lima X-ray on that registration. So the 777 in front of us departing out to Cincinnati this evening, just after the Aegean. So looks like we may see that one push back and take off. See from the angle we were at, or the focal length we were at, looks like it was Lima Yankee on that registration. Looks like a Lima X-ray. So hopefully departing out to Cincinnati just before 9 PM. And as I say, that earlier inbound flight from Bengaluru, departing out to Leipzig in around 30 minutes time. Hopefully around 30 minutes time. But about a 20-minute delay on this evening's departure. Looks like the UPS 767 is inbound as well just before 9 PM. So that may be our last arrival on this evening's stream. The DHL service in from Reykjavik delayed about an hour, so it's probably not possible to catch that one this time. But if you want to see that 757 arriving in, we've caught it a couple of times on our evening stream, so go back and have a look through that. It's usually around 9 PM towards the end of the streams. But but services pinging up around that are the West Atlantic service in from Aberdeen, operated by that 737-400. That one is due in at about 8:30, so again in the next 30 minutes or so. And the Maersk service from Belfast about 7 minutes after, so 20 to 9 on that one. But next to arrive in will be that Jet2 service in from Lanzarote. That one is on its final approach now into East Midlands. Hopefully we'll see those lights breaking through anytime soon. Let's just pan across and have a look at those lights on the approach. See if we can make them out. There we go. That one is breaking through the cloud there. Just a couple of minutes now from touching down at East Midlands. And that Ryanair service in from Tenerife, also just about to turn on to its final approach. The Jet2 inbound from Lanzarote, they're touching down at East Midlands. Flight time of 3 hours and 54 minutes. And that very faint line there in the distance should be the Ryanair service in from Tenerife. I'm just breaking through the cloud. So it looks clear in front of us, but it's a big bank of cloud in front of that flight path. And Stuart just confirming that on that Tuesday 787 the future departures of that one. So Sunday the 23rd of March and Sunday the 30th of March. Both of those 787 flights depart in 12:15. And then there are a couple of Thursday departures as well on the 27th of March and the 3rd of April, departing at 11:45. So the aeropark will be open for those Sunday departures. So we'll catch this Ryanair landing on 209, and I quickly need to plug into some power, just about enough to see this one down. There you go, that inbound from Tenerife this evening, touching down on 209 here at East Midlands. That one with a flight time of 4 hours and 12 minutes this evening. Okay, so just for a couple of minutes, focus on the 777 in front of us while I go and grab some power, so just bear with me. Okay, so apologies for any shaking. I just need to get this power plugged in to keep us going for a little bit longer. Okay, it's one in. And hopefully 2. Okay, looks like we're all plugged in, so let's get focus back on. Sorry for any movement there. Just need to get the power plugged in. Back on to outbound service to Cincinnati this evening. Still a little longer for that one to complete loading. Next inbound should be the UPS service. Oh no, sorry, it's the West Atlantic service and Maersk service in from Aberdeen and Belfast. That UPS delayed ever so slightly until 5 to 9 this evening. Hopefully in the next 20 minutes or so, you should see the 777 outbound to Leipzig. So that one is actually leaving slightly earlier than across. There we go, that one making its way out now. Slightly ahead of schedule. And thanks, Polly. Thank you for joining us this evening again. We'll see you on the next stream. So we will stick with this 777 as it makes its way out now. This early aircraft in from Bengaluru, now departing out to Leipzig. So hopefully this one should go with some noise once those engines spool up. Turns will just zoom out ever so slightly to get all that in frame. Lights are bright. So get zoomed out on that one now. There's this one that's absolute light to this evening. just disappearing behind the trees. I'll stick with it and watch it up into the air. There we go, and that one just disappearing into the night. Just passing through that low cloud base there. There we go, safely on its way. Disappearing into that cloud now. There you go, let's have a look at the radar. The outbound 777 there, just passing through 3,500 feet now. Keeping that runway heading and just turning towards the south now. That one's got about an hour and 20 minutes endurance over to Leipzig this evening. So a long day for that one, inbound from Bengaluru earlier, and now back outbound to Leipzig, just a short time on the ground here at East Midlands. Just passing through the Peak District now. Overhead, Bakewell making its way down to Matlock is the West Atlantic service in from Aberdeen. That's operated by the 737-400. Registration on that one ending Uniform Zulu. Aircraft is, airframe is 30 years of age, coming up to 31 years of age actually. This month, delivered in 1994. So quite an old airframe. Still a lot of life left in it yet. So look at that 777 here in front of us. This one should be out in the not too distant future, hopefully before the end of the stream anyway, outbound to Cincinnati. But next departures, showing up the Maersk service to Cologne. Still got a scheduled time of 8:15. Not too sure if that one is still active or not. We'll keep an eye on it. The Ryanair service to Tenerife at 8:30. That's followed by the Aegean A320 that should be making its way out in the next 20 minutes or so, as long as it's still on schedule. Followed by the DHL 777 in front of us, outbound to Cincinnati this evening. So just a few more aircraft to see on this evening's stream. We'll be here for the next 40 minutes or so, catching those last outbounds of this evening's stream. So thank you to everybody who's joined us so far. Apologies for that. Looks like everybody's disappeared as well, unfortunately. Thank you to everybody sticking around, hopefully we're alright, let's just give it a quick test. We're going to put the pan across to see if it's alright. We're still live. There we go. Hopefully we're going to stick around and see option. Just put a quick notification. Sorry, there we go. Hopefully we're all back online now. There we go. Apologies for that. The password, or one of the passwords reset for some reason. There we go, we're now back live. Right, let's just get reset up again. So next inbound is that West Atlantic in from Aberdeen. Now our final approach. You go the West Atlantic 737 touching down now. One of the pitfalls, unfortunately, from streaming outside, never know what's quite going to happen. As managed to sort that one out relatively quickly and get back online. So thanks to everybody sticking with us. So next arrival in should be that Maersk service over from Belfast this evening. That one's around 5 minutes out now, just passing north of Uttoxeter. And the 777 outbound to Cincinnati. All closed up now, ready to push. Catch up with that West Atlantic as it progresses further towards us. No sight of the Aegean yet. Hoping that one does move fairly soon. But two DHL services now shown up for Cincinnati, 777 and 767. Just pan across and catch that West Atlantic 737 passing by us. We should stop on its stand there. Make its way into there. Just heading onto its stand now. There you go, the West Atlantic on its stand now. So that Aegean A320 now pinging up, and also the DHL 777, which should be outbound to Cincinnati, just pushing now. That Maersk 767 on final, so we'll stick with the DHL in front of us, and hopefully see that Aegean A320 out in the next few minutes. Looks like it's making its way towards us. So we just pan across and catch that one as it arrives onto the taxiway there. Get a first sight of that one. It approaches quickly. Looks like it's progressing towards us. Before the 767 arrives with us. There we go, making its way towards us now. You see that vertical stabilizer? That one just holding there, so we'll pan across and get that arriving. 767. As soon as this lands in, we will catch the Aegean again. The Maersk 767 in from Belfast this evening. And the Aegean still holding short there. So keep an eye on that one. Looks like it is just standing for the time being. Pan across and get the DHL off to Cincinnati this evening. Just tidying a few things up here while we're waiting for that one to make its way onto 09. The EGN is still on the taxiway behind the sheds though. So we'll stick with DHL for the time being. So if the EGN does make its way out in the next few minutes, we'll probably end with that one. Let's get a close up of that DHL while we're waiting. The EGN has definitely started. You just hear those engines in the distance. And 777 on the move. Final approach is taxi service here from Tenerife. Final approach, unfortunately, wasn't much further. DHL making its way down to 09. EGN still on the taxiway. waiting for it to close. Okay, got the GN A320 pinging up at about 9:05 now. So we may not see that on this evening's stream. It's about 10 minutes or so. If it makes its way out, we'll try and hang on. But if not, we will end with the departure of the 777 off to Cincinnati this evening. So the West Atlantic ATR on final approach into East Midlands now that 777 just given way. Triple seven just waiting to line up now on 09. That one just giving way for the UPS 767. Is in from Philadelphia this evening. Our final approach now. let's watch this one down as it makes its final approach into East Midlands this evening. That Aegean is making its way out to the taxiway now. So I'll end on the Aegean this evening. Catch up with that A320. Once it makes its way onto the taxiway, it's just obscured by the shells around it. So we'll keep on this GPS 767 as it lands onto runway 09. There we go, that UPS 767. Hopefully the Aegean straight in front of us. There we go. So the Aegean making its way down to 09 now. Just trying to catch this 777 departing. So last aircraft onto that stream to depart will be that Aegean A320. And we will depart in the next couple of minutes or so. So while we've got the chance, just to take the opportunity to say thank you to everybody who's watched our stream this evening, all the new subscribers, all the returning subscribers, everybody who's watched and joined in on the chat. You are very welcome on the channel. DHL 777 off to Cincinnati this evening. Followed by that Aegean A320. There we go, that one lifting off up into the evening sky, just obscured by the trees and the cloud there. The Aegean A320 next to depart from East Midlands this evening. This will be the final aircraft on tonight's stream to depart. So it's a fresh new livery there, very shiny indeed. couple of minutes for that wake turbulence to clear. Let's just get a quick close-up of that one if we can. There we go. That one making its way back over to Athens this evening. The airframe 15 years of age. Is off up into the sky very early there. Just an empty return flight back to Athens this evening. So just to say from me, thank you very much for joining us at East Midlands again this evening on our regular night streams. Thank you very much to everybody who's subscribed, everybody who's new to the channel, and also to those who have returned. If you're not subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing, or if you just watch the content and enjoy it, thank you very much for joining us. This has been Live Flight Action, and I've been Tom. Thank you very much again, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much.